So in our previous class, we have done the binomial distribution, the model of binomial distribution, the model of the rather problem where we can apply the binomial distribution. Okay, and then we have covered two problems corresponding to the binomial model. Now, as we have learned in our previous class, or we have seen in the properties of binomial distribution, which is written over there, that is, property says that binomial distribution of a random variable, the mean of a random variable rather, following the binomial distribution is given by NP, n into p, and the variance of the distribution following the binomial distribution, variance of random variable rather following the binomial distribution is NPQ. Q is 1 minus p. So today we are going to have a justification why mean is NP and variance is NPQ. Today we are going to check it out. Today we are going to obtain, rather you can say, how the binomial distribution, for binomial distribution, the mean is NP and the variance is NPQ, right? So let's have the problem. We can treat it as a problem, right? Find the mean and standard deviation of the binomial distribution with parameters and n and p. As we have seen in our previous class, that binomial distribution contains two parameters. One is n, another is p. So with these two parameters, today we are going to describe the mean for binomial distribution, and then we go for standard deviation. Standard deviation means we actually go for the variance. We will find the variance, and as we know that standard deviation is nothing but square root of variance. So let us start. Now I am sharing the whiteboard where we will find the mean and variance for the random variable following binomial distribution. Acha. First of all, the thing that is known to us, that is, if for random variable, what is the PMF for binomial distribution? Small fx. If the random variable x follows binomial distribution, then its PMF is given by, we have learned in our previous class that the PMF is given by NCX, then multiplied by p to the power of x and q to the power of n minus x. This is the PMF for the x ranging from where to where? 0 to n, or the x values from 0, 1, 2, ... up to n. Okay, and for all other values of x, our fx becomes 0. That is otherwise. That means otherwise the fx becomes 0. That is, for all other values, any other value of x, our fx becomes 0. So this is what we know, the PMF of binomial distribution. Now we are going to describe at first the mean for a binomial distribution. As we have learned in our previous classes that mean of a random variable is what? Actually, it is expectation. The expectation that we find for a random variable, expectation of x rather. If x is our random variable, then expectation of x is the mean, is considered to be the mean of that random variable. So if we are going to find the mean for this distribution, then we can find the expectation, and whatever be the value of expectation of x, sorry, that is the mean for the random variable x following the binomial distribution. So by definition, now can you tell me, as we are doing the binomial distribution, which type of random variable it is? Discrete or continuous? Binomial is a case of discrete random variable or continuous random variable. I have told you in the previous class that binomial distribution is the case for discrete random variable. Discrete random variable. That's why some particular values of x, our fx is given to us, not for a range. At some specific isolated particular values of x. Okay. So that means it is a case of discrete random variable. And if we are going for the case of discrete random variable, can you tell me what is the formula for expectation? It is in the form of summation. What is that? Summation x fx. The formula for expectation in case of discrete random variable is summation x fx, where summation range from minus infinity to infinity. Okay, over the whole range of x, our summation fx, x into fx will gives us the expectation of x for the case of discrete random variable. So here your x will ranges from where to where? For binomial distribution, x has a value, or you can say fx has a value for x equals to 0 to n. At all other values of x, our fx will be 0. So we need not to consider those values of x. We will consider only x equals to 0 to n. Right? Now next what? Now one by one. Now what is our target? So this is our mean. This is our mean. Rather you can say this is the expectation of the random variable x following the binomial distribution. So whatever be the values come out from this summation, that is our mean of the random variable x. Okay. So now what is our target? Our task, or you can say what is your task? Our task is to find out the value of this summation. We can open up the summation. We will get a sum in the form of a finite series, and the value of that sum will be the mean of the random variable x. Okay, fine. So one by one we are going to just simplify. After this step, nothing is there, just simplification to get the value of this summation. Whatever be the value come out, that is your mean for the random variable x. Right? Is this clear to you? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes,
let's
ma'am.
find out the value of this summation. Okay, now putting x equals to 0, one by one I will put the value of x to make the series. Okay, putting x equals to 0, what will be the first term? If I put x equals to 0, it will be
0.
let me at
0.
first, yes, it is 0. At first, just write that x is ranging from 0 to n, and x into fx, x into, what is our fx over here? Fx is ncx p to the power, what is fx? Fx is the PMF, so ncx p to the power of x q to the power of n minus x. So with this summation, we will move on to find out the value. Okay. Now putting x equals to 0, the first term will be 0. Now if I put x equals to 1, the second term will be 1 into nc1 p to the power of 1 q to the power of n minus 1. Then plus, if I put x equals to 2, then 2 into nc2 p to the power of 2, that is p square, q to the power of n minus 2. Likewise, if I go on, what will be the nth term? That is n into, putting x equals to n into ncn p to the power of n. And what about q to the power? Q to the power will be n minus n, that is 0. And anything to the power 0 will be 1. So it becomes only ncn n into ncn p to the power of n. So now just simplification. We will move on with the steps for simplification only. First term is 0, so we can ignore that. Second term is 1 into nc1. What about nc1? How much it is?
N.
N. N t q to the power of n minus 1 plus 2 into nc2, I can write it as n into n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. We can write this as NCR. This is nothing but NCR. So NC2 can be written as n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial. P square and q to the power n minus 2 remain as it is. Likewise, it is going on. Can you tell me the last term? That is n into, what about NCN? NCN is how much?
1.
1, good. And p to the power of n, this much only, because q to the power 0, that will also be 1. So now we are with this step. Now, can you tell me what is the common in each term of this series? What is the common part?
NP.
NP. Good.
NP.
So
NP.
we will take out
Oh.
common as NP. I'm taking NP common, and the leftover part inside the bracket, that is q to the power n minus 1 plus 2 to get cancelled out, and n minus 1 into p q to the power n minus 2. Likewise, if I go for the nth term, it will be n p to the power n minus 1. As 1p has gone out, so it is p to the power n minus 1. Now, look carefully the expression inside the bracket. What it is, if you can tell me, it is a well-known expansion. What is the
P plus
expansion?
Q whole to the power n minus 1.
Yes, very good. It is p plus q, or you can say q plus p, whatever you like. It is actually p plus q. It is a binomial expansion, right? Binomial expansion of p plus q to the power n minus 1. And now, then, what will be the value? P plus q means how much?
1.
P plus q is 1, because q is 1 minus p. So if I put q equals to 1 minus p, pp get cancelled out and we are left with 1. So 1 to the power n minus 1 means 1, and we are with np. So expectation of x for binomial distribution is np. That means mean for binomial distribution, or rather you can say mean of a random variable following binomial distribution is n into p. Is this clear? Is this clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now next, after having the mean concept, I am going for the next part of the problem, that is the standard deviation. For standard deviation, what is required? We require the variance. If we can do the variance, then standard deviation will be done, because standard deviation is nothing but square root of variance. Achha. So I am going for variance. Now, we have the expression of variance in terms of expectation. The modified form that I can write it as expectation of x square minus ex, or you can say expectation of x whole square. I think you can remember this form. We have already modified the form in this expression in terms of expectation. We have already verified the form by its definition, right? That is expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. Now think about this part. What it is known to us. Expectation of x means how much?
NP.
NP. So we can directly put NP over here. The part which is left to evaluate, that is expectation of x square. So I am evaluating expectation of, I am writing first expectation of x square. First we get the value of ex square, then we will put the value over here. Now see what I am doing. Expectation of x square, I am writing this as expectation of x into x minus 1 plus x. Are you agreed with this? Instead of x square, I am writing it as x into just a simple modification to make the calculation easier, nothing else. X into x minus 1 plus x. Are you agreed with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just in place of, because if you make it out, if you simplify this part, this is nothing but x square minus x plus x. So it becomes x square only. Okay. Now see, this I can write it as expectation of x into x minus 1 plus expectation of x. Now again see, this part is known to us, that is NP. Only the part that is left to evaluate, that is this one. Okay, so I am evaluating now expectation of x into x minus 1 in form of summation, or you can say by formula. What I can write this as, what about this expectation? By formula, what is the formula for this expectation x into x minus 1? What will I write? What will I write as expectation? As we
X
have
into
written.
x minus 1 into
Yes.
fx.
Yes, good. It
X.
is x into x minus 1 into fx. And what is our fx? Fx is NCX. Since we are doing binomial distribution, so NCX p to the power of x and q to the power of n minus x. Okay, and as we are with binomial distribution, x varies from, as similar to the previous one, 0 to n, right? So as we have done in while finding the expectation of x, we have found the value of this summation. Now we are going to find out the value of this summation at first for expectation of x into x minus 1. So if you can tell me, putting the very first value of x, that is x equals to 0, what is the first term? What is the
0.
first term? 0. Putting x equals to 1 in the second term, what is the value?
0.
Again 0. Then putting x equals to 2, we will be having a finite value, that is 2 into 2 minus 1, that is 1. Then NC2 p to the power of 2 q to the power of n minus 2 plus, next term if I write, it will be x equals to 3, so 3 into 2, that is 6, NC3 p to the power of 3 q to the power of n minus 3. And if I go on like this for the nth term, what will be? It is n
n
into
factorial.
n minus 1. NCN means 1. NCN means 1. So I am not writing that again. P to the power of n. Q to the power of n minus n means 0. So q to the power of 0 means 1. So I am not writing that also. So now we are left with these terms. Now you can simplify over here NC2, NC3. After simplifying, what we will be having, 2 into 1 means 2 into NC2 means n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial. Then p square q to the power n minus 2 plus 3 into 2 means 6. N in NC3 means n into n minus 1 up to n minus 2 by 3 factorial means 6 multiplied by PQ q to the power n minus 3. And if I go for the last term, it will be n into n minus 1 p to the power n. So this is after simplification. Now you are going to tell me what is the common part. The same steps we are doing as we have done for the expectation. What is the common part in this?
NP square.
Yes,
NP square.
NP square. Nothing else?
N into n minus 1 into p square.
Yes, n into n minus 1. I'm going up over here after that step as the space is not there. And what about the expression inside the bracket? if you can go for the expression, that is we are left with nq to the power n minus 2 plus what is left over there, n minus 2 into p q to the power of n minus 3, and likewise the last term will be p to the power n minus 2. So can you tell me what is the expression inside the bracket? Expansion of, what is the expansion? Expansion
p
of
plus
what?
q whole to the power n minus 2.
Yes, p
p
plus
plus q whole to
q.
the power n minus 2.
Yes, p plus q whole to the power n minus 2. So again, since p plus q is 1, so that to the power n minus 2 is 1, 1 to the power n minus 2. So we are left with n into n minus 1 into p square. So what we have found this as, this is our ex into x minus 1. And where we need to go? We need to go for variance. We have got expectation of x into x minus 1. Now put the value over here to get ex square rather. After getting ex square, we will put it in variance and we'll get the value of variance. So I'm putting it over here to get ex square. What it is n into n minus 1 p square plus expectation of x means np, right? Okay, so we have got ex square like this, n into n minus 1 p square plus np. Now what about variance? Now I'm writing variance over here, see. So variance of x becomes ex square means n into n minus 1 p square, then plus np, this is our ex square, this part, and minus ex whole square, that means minus n square p square. So what will come out? If you simplify this, this will be n into n minus 1 means n square minus n. So n square p square. The whole thing is multiplied by p square. So n square p square minus n p square plus this part, this one, np, and this one minus n square p square. So what it will be, n square p square get cancelled out and we are left with minus np square plus np. So how much it is? How much it is? If I take
n3 cube.
yes, np common, then 1 minus p will be there. So np into 1 minus p means np cube. So in this way, the variance is np. In this way, the variance of the binomial distribution or the random variable following binomial distribution have the variance np. And if you know the variance, what about standard deviation? Standard deviation will be, what about SD? Standard deviation?
Root n
It
to q.
is, yes, square root of variance, that is square root of np cube. So in this way, what we have found, we have first taken the PMF. Since we are doing the binomial distribution, we are considering a random variable following a binomial distribution. So we have taken the PMF of binomial distribution as small fx, and then for mean of the binomial or for mean of the random variable x following binomial distribution, first we have found expectation of x. Expectation of x gives us the value np. So mean of the binomial distribution, this is our mean. This is our mean. And then utilizing the mean value or expectation of x, you can say that we have gone for the variance of x, which we can write in terms of expectation. First, ex square minus ex whole square. This part ex is known to us, and then so we are left to find out ex square. Ex square means expectation. We have rewritten it as E of x into x minus 1 plus x. E of x into x minus 1 plus x. Just a modification for x square, nothing else. And then we have seen that Ex square again segregated into two parts, that is expectation of x into x minus 1 plus expectation of x. And again this part is known to us, so we are left to evaluate Ex into x minus 1. So Ex into x minus 1, after evaluation following the same procedure as we have done for the expectation of x, we are going to evaluate this summation. After evaluating, we got the summation value as np n into n minus 1 p square. Putting this value in Ex square, we have got Ex square, and then putting the value of Ex square in variance, we have simplified it and we found that it is np into 1 minus p, that is npq, right? So this is all what we have found or what we have seen, that is mean and variance, or you can say mean and standard deviation of the random variable following the binomial distribution. Okay,